So let's do a quick run through of what happened in week 2. This is just a quick run through of all the games. So first up, the footballers smashed the Med Radicals 183 to 115. The footballers had 4 players over 20 points, led by Marion Barber, who had 27 points. Med Radicals, sorry to say, were pretty pitiful. They got 25 points from Thomas Howard, but didn't have more than 14 from anybody else in the whole roster. Moving on, the Bime Times put up 216 points to beat the Destroyers, who had 187. Jonathan Vilma, who happened to be dropped by the footballers, had 33 points for the Bime Times, who also had 3 other players over 20 points. The Destroyers got 30 from Quentin Jammer, but absolutely 0 points from Anthony Fasano. The Gurus continued rolling in week 2 by scoring 235 points to beat Christopher, who still needs to change his name, and who struggled again and only scored 121 points. The Gurus had 41 from Jay Cutler, 33 from Brian Westbrook, and 34 from Patrick Willis. And on the bench, they had 34 from Aaron Rodgers and 35 from Kurt Warner. The Flames had a big week, scoring 221 and beating iWin, who scored 143. The Flames were able to overcome -2 points from their tight end Greg Olson by getting 47 from Brandon Marshall and 41 from Anquan Bolden. Marshall was the week's leading individual scorer. iWin was led by a pair of Reggies, Bush with 21 and 20 from Reggie Wayne. The NC Steelers went over 200 points and beat the Ponies 206 to 157. Phillip Rivers led the NC Steelers with 36 points, and they got 33 from Calvin Johnson. The Ponies had 25 from Greg Jennings. And finally, in the closest game of the week, the Action edged out the Bombers 169 to 154. The Action had Santana Moss's 34 points on the bench, but they did get 29 from Tony Romo and 23 from Champ Bailey. Chris Chambers had 24 points for the Bombers, but Carson Palmer in week 2 only had 1 point as the starting quarterback for the Bombers. So that's the quick recap of week 2.